What is up, fight fans? Peter back, Pete Torius on Twitter, MMA Madhouse Radio, and in KGRG Studios. Here talking about SFL Team Challenge, Team Seattle versus Team LA. And today, I got with me co-main event contender representing Team Seattle, Dylan Potter. Dylan, how you doing, man?
Good, man. How you doing?
Good, man. Good to have you on. And for those who don't know, Dylan Potter has been crushing it on the Washington scene. 4 wins, 4 finishes, like a boss. It's been going good for you, man. It's been really going good for you. And as somebody who's been watching you, climb up through the rankings, man, you're a really exciting fighter to watch. And I'm really happy to be interviewing you, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. It feels good being here. With those four finishes, I've worked really hard to get where I'm at.
Hell yeah, man. And yeah, you definitely deserve the co-main event, man. You're definitely going to put on the action. So let's get the common question out of the way. How's the training camp going? Weight cutting, everything leading up to the fight.
I feel real good this training camp. I have literally no weight to cut for this fight. It was originally going to be at 195. But that fight got pulled, and they offered me a fight at 205 against Tony Lopez, and that went through, and then all of a sudden that fell out. So now I'm stuck at 205 at Thomas Haper, but that's not a problem with me. I've fought in heavyweights all through amateur. I've fought in pretty much anyone, anywhere, anytime. That's how I roll. So.
Hell yeah, brother. No, that's awesome, man. Yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of disappointing that Tony Lopez had to back out. That definitely was a big name. Would have put you in a good spot.
Yeah, I've been asking for some seasoned veterans. I always say I want the best. I want to fight the best in the region. I want to fight the overall best. I've called out the number ones. I want to test myself. I feel like I can compete with the number ones. I feel like I can go there and beat them, and so.
Hell yeah, man. So far, you've been definitely walking the walk on that, man. Yeah, so, yeah, you'll be facing Thomas Hoper, who, I guess he's another lengthy guy, so I guess your training really hasn't changed then, probably, right?
No. It stayed the same. I've been working with my good buddy down at Lethal Limbs, Will Maxson. He's about 6'8", and he's got a couple guys in there that are about 6'7", real tall guys, so... I feel real good for this one. I feel prepared.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, and there's something that I've noticed with both you and Hoper that you have in common is you're both really good at listening to your corners. From what I've seen both in Hoper's live fights and then just like actually seeing some of the fights that are posted online of you in your amateur days, yeah, you both are really good at listening to your corners. Actually was, one of your fights that ended by head kick. Just like seconds before, he's like, Dylan, head kick, smack, just done, man. So, and that's something I found interesting watching Hoper. When he isn't sure what to do, he's good at locking the guy up, getting him towards his corner, and then listening to his coaches to, find out what's next. Sort of just listen to their advice pretty thoroughly.
Yeah, both my teams. Where I'm at now with Eatonville and before at Victory, we really focused on trying to, listen to our coaches, stay calm in there, and focus on what our coaches are saying, because there's a lot they can see out there that we can't see inside. Strategies, just a whole bunch going on when you're in there that the coaches can see. I put that in my students. I make sure that they can understand my voice before the fights. I make sure I can understand my coach's voice before I fight. So it's very important for us to try to work that.
Yeah, no, and it's cool because you honestly, even in professional level, you don't see that too often. You see just people kind of. I mean, obviously the crowd's roaring and it's hard to hear, but there's a lot of people that just really are just inside themselves, and they could definitely use the help that their corners scream at them.
Yeah, every time my coaches have told me to do something, it's worked. So
yeah, especially watching your fights, dude. It's pretty cool on that. Just looking at your YouTube, Dylan Potter, if you want to look that up on the YouTubes. It's got a lot of crazy knockouts. So So yeah, man. What do you think of SFL's first team challenge, or how did that go, and how does it feel to be a part of the event representing hashtag Seattle in the co-main event, man?
It's cool. I went to the first one and I liked it, switching it up a little bit, going away from what everyone else is doing with the MMA. I like the teams. It's cool. What I'd like to do though is I'd really like to go to India. Maybe combine them, like Team Seattle versus something over there, or United States.
Yeah.
But that's just something for the future. It'd be real cool to see and be a part of.
No, I agree. Yeah, if Team Seattle keeps racking up wins, it should be yeah, Team India versus Team Seattle.
Oh yeah.
Not even being biased on that, but if we keep winning, I mean, hey now.
Yeah, of course.
I like that, but yeah, I mean, I think the point system is really good, really elaborate,
Yeah.
and I think
Yes.
as a fighter, I mean, do you like the point system?
Yes, I really like it. I think it's set up very good.
Yeah, and I think it's cool, especially going into the later round. What score you have, and you're like, okay, I need to pull off a submission or a knock. I need to finish. That's really what's emphasized.
Yeah.
I need to finish, or else my team is gonna not win this. I think
Yeah,
that's
make
pretty
it
cool.
or break it last fight.
Exactly, man, and that's your style. So it's looking good for Team Seattle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. So I'd like to kind of get some background on you, let the fans and myself kind of get to know you. And I saw a bio release, and it said that you, quote, started fighting as a form of backstreet entertainment, which in the bio they're basically saying you did a lot of street fighting back in your day. Could you elaborate on that?
Yeah, coming from Yelm, just a bunch of kids always fighting. Leave the middle school, we'd go across the street. There's the gravel pit back in the forest, and we'd go back there. We'd fight for fun, man. I mean, just go back there, and whoever you fought, whoever they wanted you to fight, we'd fight. So it was kind of natural for me when I went to the gym. I already had the Bulldog, the fight in me. So.
No, it's cool when I found that out, like with your style, and then just hearing about that, it really kind of correlates, and I think, yeah, it seems like that definitely gives you a lead with some people, watching your videos, watching you fight, it's, man, yeah, you really go forward like it's exactly like some Bulldog backyard fighting, man. I think that's pretty savage. So yeah, you said, yeah, you did that in Yelm. I mean, honestly, the hearing that, I think just like some Fight Club badass, was it group rivalry, or was it just like you show up to the gravel pit and then it's it's like, oh, you're up, Dylan, you're up against this random guy, pick of a hat type of thing?
Well, let's see. Yeah, it was sort of group rivalry. I mean, everyone has their cliques and they go.
Right.
But really, you'd show up, and if you wanted to fight, you find someone else who wanted to fight, and it was that way. There was no real leaders in it. It wasn't too much like a fight club, where you're fighting you. It's just whoever wanted to fight, just hopped in there and it would fight. It was real just street fighting.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely, man. You got like a really crazy win that you got, like your first win inside that this fight scene, and anyone that was like really crazy that made you go, okay, I can really do this?
Yeah, actually the first fight there I ever did, it was funny, all through middle school, I believe it was like 7th grade, maybe I think 8th grade, and this kid named Carl, he's one of my buddies, we were in math class together, and all throughout the year he kept asking me, man, he's like, let's fight, man, he's like, I think I could take you, let's fight, and granted, we'd never seen each other fight before. It was just kind of I kind of put it as a joke, I was like, no. Last day of school, he asked me, he's like, hey, he's like, really, you want to go fight? And I'm like, you know what, why not? You've been asking me all year. We went back there. We both just went at it. I was throwing straights the whole time. 1, 2, 1, 2. He was throwing hooks the whole time. And he ended up hitting me, I think, one time. That was in the neck. And he was pretty bloodied up, so that was pretty memorable. It was pretty fun.
That's how it all started, huh?
Yeah, that's how it all started right there.
That's cool, man. Yeah, so yeah, like, looking back on those days, like, what do you kind of think? Like, that was something you're like, I needed that in my life, or what, that was silly. I could have died, or like, what do you think of those days?
Yeah, it definitely lit a fire in my ass to want to train. Doing that for a while and then getting into it, going to a gym and getting my ass beat instead of doing the beating on. It was good for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's, and there's a difference between really a street fighter and a actual
Going to the
gym fighter. It's in a minute. No matter how good that street fighter is, most of the time they gas out. Honestly, for most street fights, it's that's the difference, man. You'll see a guy like, well, that guy's about to run circles around him.
Yeah. At the same time as that too, I believe if you want to be a successful fighter, you have to have some fight in you. You see guys that go to the gym and they train for years and they try as hard as they can, but some people just don't get the fight in them. When there's others that come in and they'll train for a couple months and they're an all-star, So you definitely need to have that fight in you to be able to make it in this sport. And I think that's where that street fighting really helped me at.
Yeah, give you that fire, and and that shows in every fight you go to, man. That's really crazy. So yeah, man. Well, I guess it's already answered, but I really just thought, like, in my head, I definitely had to ask you, going back to your street fighting days, 4 fights, 4 finishes, been blessed by the MMA gods to watch you perform at SFL. Really watch some awesome, entertaining fights. But so you do,
like, there's, would you say there's any, so, like you're saying, there's some people that go in there day in, day out, they're a stud in the gym, but just in fights, they're just, don't have that fire under them. Is there anything, like, from fighting on the streets, like, any sort of mentality trick or just, I guess, some sort of, I don't know, hack that really just keeps you so aggressive in the cage? Because watching you fight, there's even when I was watching today, just a lot of times, I'd see you do a combo, and most people would probably usually kind of bounce back and kind of check themselves or just make sure they're safe. But man, you are 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Just man, you are just it's crazy, and you're not just like sloppily, but you're going for the finish. So any sort of mentality tricks that help you from that, or
I'm always, what helped me was I'm always looking for a finish. My first MMA fight, I was young. I don't remember exactly what age even. I think I was maybe 16, 17. But I went into it and I looked at it like a sparring match almost, which was completely wrong. I went in there and everything I learned at the gym I tried to use, but I just didn't have that fire. And after that, it all clicked and I was looking for a finish, whatever I could to take his head off. So the next 2 or 3 fights in there were quick knockouts, quick TKOs. But then I learned the harsh reality of that is if you don't go down, you run out of cardio. And so you got to find an even medium between that. Always looking for a finish, but at the same time staying calm and sticking to your game plan, your strategy.
Right. Yeah. Plenty of examples of people just just going with straight adrenaline and just, I want to just kill them. Like with Brock Lesnar and Shane Carwin, that old fight where it's just, I wanted Shane Carwin to win, but I was like, dude, if you don't finish him now, it's over. And you gassed him. Man, that's awesome, man. Well, dude, thank you so much for the time. And again, let me just, get the promotion out of the way. You are training out of Eatonville MMA, right?
Yes, Eatonville Martial Arts Center out in Eatonville, Washington.
Cool, man. And I've heard of Eatonville MMA before. So tell us, who are some up-and-coming killers out of that gym we should look out for?
Oh, man, we got a lot. We're just a small gym out there looking to do big things, but we got, Nick Wing is our amateurs coming up. He's just getting over some injuries now. He had some throat problem going on for a while there. He just got his tonsils removed, so he should be good to go. We got Dakota Benson, Patrick Benson's little brother, working with us, and Patrick's a killer. His whole family, so family's got the genes wrestling, and he just won last weekend actually in a fight in Yakima. He's gonna be real good. He's real calm in there. Cody
I saw the pictures. Who did he fight?
Yeah, he fought I don't remember the kid's name, but he was a tough kid.
Yeah.
For sure. Definitely went in there, I think, underestimating our dude, Dakota. Smiling, laughing, making jokes. And when he got kicked in the head first round and almost got knocked out, it was like a reality check. The whole fight just turned around, and Dakota beat him down.
Got humbled real quick.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, hell yeah, man. Hey, thank you so much for your time, man. Really appreciate it. Always down to support and help out the local scene and everything that's going on. MMA is blown up in Washington, man. What can I say?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. Hey, and so for anybody who's trying to find out about Dylan Potter and the next moves you're doing, where should we go?
You can go on Facebook to facebook.com/Dylan Potter MMA, DYLAN POTTER MMA, or Twitter and Instagram at the same, at Dylan Potter MMA. Simple as that.
Cool, man. And love to your sponsors. Had a guy sponsors you want to show some love to?
Yeah, always want to show love to Brian Hansen with K&T Exteriors. He's helped me out my whole career, and even before really going pro and fighting, he was always there for me as a friend, helped me out. Also want to give a shout out to Coma Fight Shop. Always hooking me up with gear anytime I need it. Anything from hand wraps to gloves, mitts, all that good stuff.
Oh yeah, brother. Well, hey, it's Dylan Potter, Co-Main Event. Check it out at the Emerald Queen Casino, SFL Team Challenge. Hashtag Seattle versus hashtag Team LA. Thank you again, brother. Hope to have you on soon. Maybe do an in-person. I'll catch you later, man. Good luck at the fight.
Yeah, hey, can I add one thing?
What's up?
Yeah, I'd like to add a thank you to my coach, Brad Poole, and also one last sponsor, Wicked Royalty. Some badass clothes out there, some badass people, and that's it, man.
Hell yeah, brother. Well, there you go, man. I look forward to seeing you on Saturday, and yeah, man, best of luck. Represent Team Seattle.
Thank you, man.
All right, brother. Have a good day.
All right, you too.